which Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
NTF-ELCAC adopts positive peace framework amid declining insurgency threat. AFP prepares contingencies for possible Chinese towing of Philippine vessel in Escoda Shoal. Electricity rates up in September. 2,000 hogs in Zamboanga City die from ASF.
Good day everyone, as well to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo, Quezon City. Today is Thursday, September 12th, and we will bring you the latest news from the armed forces and other information around the Philippines. I am Rofh Suzon for AFP Community News.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for the brief overview of our stories, the National Task Force on Local Communities Armed Conflict is shifting its peace-building strategy by adopting a positive peace framework. NTF-ELCAC Executive Director Undersecretary Ernesto Torres Jr. emphasized the need for a holistic approach that goes beyond the absence of conflict, focusing on the social, political, cultural, and economic factors crucial for lasting peace. During the positive peace training in Manila, he highlighted the importance of integrating these principles into actions plan. He also praised House Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez's commitment in funding development projects in former insurgent areas.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Philippine Navy stated that the recent deployment of 207 Chinese vessels in the West Philippine Sea falls within the normal operation range of China's maritime capabilities. Navy spokesperson Rear Admiral Roy Vincent Trinidad noted that the number of Chinese vessels monitored from September 3 to 9 aligns with the South Sea Fleet's regular force projection capabilities, which include up to 425 ships and vessels. He clarified that the deployment does not exceed China's known maritime force capacity, although he emphasized that the presence of these vessels in Philippine waters remains not acceptable. He added that the situation would only be considered abnormal if forces were deployed from other regions.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
We have a report coming in about ISMENCOM Chief highlights international cooperation at Corpat Filindo 38-2024. Go for the details, Rocky.
Yes, Rofh, Eastern Mindanao Command Commander Lieutenant General Rex Luis Bergante emphasized the importance of international cooperation and interoperability during the opening of Corpat Filindo 38 2024 at Camp Panacan, Davao City. The third leg of the exercise, running from September 12 to 13, aims to strengthen maritime security and address emerging threats. Lieutenant General Bergante welcomed Indonesian delegates and expressed gratitude for their collaboration. He highlighted the long-standing partnership between the Philippines and Indonesia, noting shared challenges in regional security and the need for continued joint efforts. This is Rocky reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Rocky.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines has set up contingencies in case China attempts to tow the Philippine Coast Guard's BRP Teresa Magbanwa from Escoda Shoal. Philippine Navy spokesperson Rear Admiral Roy Vincent Trinidad confirmed that the Western Command is prepared to respond if the situation escalates. China recently demanded the removal of the Philippine vessel from Escoda Shoal, claiming a violation of its sovereignty, while the Philippines maintains its right to operate within its exclusive economic zone.
DWDD Armed Forces
Senator Christopher Bongo reaffirmed his commitment to the country's uniformed personnel, co-sponsoring Senate Bill No. 2814, which seeks to provide free legal assistance to military and uniformed personnel facing legal challenges from their official duties. In his speech, he stressed the need to support those who protect the nation. highlighting their vital role in maintaining peace and security. He also appealed for Senate support, emphasizing the high cost of legal defense and the importance of empowering personnel to perform their duties without fear of legal repercussions.
Armed Forces Radio.
And for other updates, let us hear the details about House Comments 2024 Metrobank Foundation Outstanding Filipinos for Public Service Excellence. Go ahead, JR.
The House of Representatives, led by Speaker Ferdinand Martin G. Romualdez, has commended the 2024 Metrobank Foundation Outstanding Filipinos. House Resolution 1962, adopted last August 28, highlights the impact of soldiers, teachers, and police officers in their communities and the nation. Romualdez praised the awardees for their selflessness and dedication, urging all public servants to emulate their example. The resolution noted that this year's honorees and their integrity significantly contributing to education, security, and peace in the country. This is JR reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, JR.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Naval Forces Western Mindanao, in partnership with the Civil Military Operations Unit Western Mindanao, organized a 2-day educational tour for children of former Muslim rebels. The event, called Lakbay Aral para sa Kapayapaan 2024, aimed to provide new perspectives on peace and opportunities. The children attended a symposium on the role of education in fostering peace and received school supplies and essential items. They toured the Navy ship BRP Lawrence Narag and visited various sites in Zamboanga City, enhancing their understanding of culture, peace, and community.
DWDD National News.
For our national news, Manila Electric Company or Meralco announced that its electricity rates have increased by 0.1543 per kilowatt per hour for September. This brings the overall rate for a typical household to 11 peso and 78 centavos per kilowatt hour. The said rate is higher from the previous month's 11 peso and 63 centavos per kilowatt per hour, or equivalent to an increase of around 31 pesos for customers consuming 200 kilowatt hour per month. Meralco said the increase was due to a hike in the transmission charge.
Armed Forces Radio.
And from First ERG, let us hear some information from Meljoy about 5th ID ERC undergo refresher training to enhance disaster response capabilities.
Rofh, the 5th Infantry Star Division's Emergency Response Company, has recently completed a 6-day refresher training program to strengthen its capabilities in humanitarian and disaster response operations. The training focused on 3 key areas: water search and rescue, mountain search and rescue, and collapse structure operations. This specialized training is essential for ensuring the Emergency Response Company is well prepared to respond to a wide range of emergencies. The Emergency Response Company's commitment to safeguarding lives and livelihoods aligns with the broader mission of the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the local government. By investing in training and maintaining a high level of readiness, the 5th Infantry Division Emergency Response Company is able to effectively respond to disasters and provide critical assistance to affected communities. In addition to the 5th Infantry Division Emergency Response Company training, the Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office in Iligan City, Isabela, conducted separate refresher training for 39 individuals in search and rescue operations. This collaborative effort demonstrates the importance of continuous training and preparedness and disaster response. This is Mel Jinesh reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Maljoy from First ERG.
DWDD National News.
And more than 2,000 hogs in Zamboanga City died due to the African swine fever. Zamboanga City veterinarian Dr. Arcadio Cavan reported that there are 2,232 hog mortalities and 601 affected hog raisers in the area as of September 6. Cavan said a total of 38 barangays were affected by the disease. Veterinary field offices have strengthened biosecurity measures in affected barangays to contain and prevent the spread of the ASF virus.
DWDD National News.
104 families or around 300 individuals were evacuated in 4 barangays in Canlaon City, Negros Oriental. This comes after Canlaon Mayor Jose Cardenas ordered a mandatory evacuation of residents within the 4-kilometer permanent danger zone of Canlaon volcano. The evacuated residents are temporarily sheltered at Masulog High School, Pula High School, Malaiba High School, and Lumapaw Covered Court. The local government has also placed transportation on standby in case further evacuation is needed.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
All the other line, let us hear from Glenn about Philippine Air Force honors personnel for outstanding service in special ceremony.
Yes, hello, Rofh. Good afternoon. The Philippine Air Force celebrated the achievements of its personnel during a special flag raising ceremony at Colonel Jesus Villamor Air Base in Pasay City. Presided over by Commanding General Lieutenant General Stephen P. Parreño, the event recognized individuals and units for their exemplary contribution to the Air Force mission. The ceremony highlighted the conferment of the Prime HRM Bronze Award for Excellence in Human Resource Management. The PAF also honored its medical officers and personnel for outstanding service and international training achievements. Additionally, donations for Air Force personnel affected by Super Typhoon Karina were presented. And this is your Glenn Gulchan reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Glenn Gulhian.
DWDD National News.
Moving on to another story, the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology warned that sulfuric fumes from Canlaon volcano are still spreading across communities in Negros Occidental and Negros Oriental. PHIVOX reported that sulfur dioxide emission from the summit crater of Canlaon reached 11,556 tons yesterday. The agency pointed out that this is the highest emission from the volcano recorded since instrumental gas monitoring began. Sulfuric fumes have been reported in some areas in La Carlota City, Canlaon City, San Carlos City, and Moises Padilla.
DWDD National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. led the distribution of 157.9 million pesos worth of agricultural assistance to farmers and fisherfolk in Ilocos Norte. Around 1,000 farmers, fishermen, and livestock raisers from different associations in the province received seeds, tractors, fertilizers, fishery paraphernalia, fuel subsidies, and solar-powered irrigation systems from different government agencies. PBBM said the government recognizes the need to help all those needing assistance, especially those who were affected by the El Nino phenomenon. He also vowed to continue providing assistance to the sector.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
And now let's hear a report on the ground about RZ Munoz encourages fans to enlist as reservists during National Reservist Week. Gone for the details, Mark.
Yes, Rofh. Actress RZ Munoz urged her followers to enlist as reservists and inspire the younger generation amid the celebration of National Reservist Week. This was after she shared a video on Instagram of herself singing Mandirigma with fellow celebrity reservists Ronnie Liang and Geneva Cruz at a reservist event. Munoz, a sergeant in the Philippine Air Force Reserve since 2020, expressed her commitment in serving the country and highlighted the importance of unity and discipline in achieving peace. She emphasized that joining the reserve force honors the sacrifices of the armed forces of the Philippines. This is Mark reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Mark.
DWDD National News.
For another development story, the Philippines topped the list of 193 countries at risk of natural disasters. Based on the 2024 World Risk Report, the country has a World Risk Index score of 46.71, which is categorized as very high. The report said the Philippines was hit with 22 tropical cyclones during the COVID-19 pandemic. It also emphasized that the country was home to many low-income families living in vulnerable coastal areas.
DWDD National News.
The Land Transportation Franchising Regulatory Board has started conducting investigation into the alleged robbery and sexual assault allegedly perpetrated by a ride-hailing app driver on a female Vietnamese. LTFRB chairperson Chofilo Guares III said he already sent a letter to the ride-hailing company in order to get the full details on the driver as well as its explanation regarding the incident. Guares said they give the company 5 days to explain before the agency decides on what action to undertake. The LTFRB chief pointed out that the investigation does not only focus on the driver but on the ride-hailing company as well.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
Let us hear more updates from Beth Tanyete about Davao del Norte Reserve Force completes weapon familiarization training.
The Reserve Force in Davao del Norte conducted a weapon familiarization training focusing on modern warfare techniques. The first Davao del Norte Reserve Field Artillery participated the training with the 105 millimeter, however, including a gunnery team, responsibilities and gun drill. This exercise showcased and the troops' readiness and commitment in enhancing national defense capabilities and set a solid groundwork for future training initiatives. This is Beth Neta reporting for the AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Beth Tanyete.
DWDD National News.
Moreover, the Philippines' sixth tropical cyclone this year is expected to enter the country's area of responsibility tomorrow. According to Pagasa, Ferdy is expected to intensify into a severe tropical storm in the next 24 hours and may reach typhoon category status today. The tropical cyclone is expected to exit the country on Saturday morning. Pagasa weather specialist Obet Badrina said Eastern Visayas, Bicol and Caraga are already experiencing cloudy skies and rain.
DWDD National News.
Around 21 million pesos worth of smuggled carrots and onions were seized at the port of Subic in Zambales. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Chu Laurel Jr. said the smuggled vegetables were found inside 5 shipping containers that arrived in the country on board a Chinese vessel last month. Chu Laurel said these smuggled goods rob the government of revenues and pose a risk to public health and undermine the livelihood of the farmers. The vegetables were reportedly imported from China by the Petron Consumer Goods Trading, which declared the shipment as frozen fish balls.
DWDD National News.
Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrico Manalo will represent the Philippines in the United Nations General Assembly this month in New York. According to Philippine Ambassador to the United States Jose Manuel Romualdez, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has decided to limit his international trips up to the end of the year. Presidential Communications Secretary Cesar Chavez also confirmed that the president will not be attending the UN GA. Chavez said that Secretary Manalo will articulate the country's responses to global challenges and issues that will be raised.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
That's all for today's broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us, especially to our audience in our Facebook page and to our YouTube page, AFP Radio DWDD. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more updates, same time and same station. Again, this is Rofh Suzon for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Tok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, kapisanan ng mga broadcaster